Today we're going to talk about marker training. And what marker training is it's a method of training where we condition to our dogs a signal or a marker that means a reward is coming to them. And the reason that we want to have a marker conditioned with our dogs is that they have an extremely short learning moment, theoretically 1.5 seconds. What that time period means is that if my dog did a great behavior and I wanted to reward him and have him understand that the reward was for the previous good behavior, I would either have to get my food into the dog's mouth within 1.5 seconds, or if I conditioned a marker or a signal that means the reward is coming, I simply need to give that signal within the 1.5 seconds and then produce the food afterwards. So marking training is extremely important when it comes to your timing and your precision with your dog's training, and it is the foundation of your communication with them, or part of the foundation of your communication with them. So what we're going to be doing is conditioning the signal yes, which means the dog is going to get a reward. So as we're conditioning this, we want to be sure of one thing in particular. We are saying the word yes before we give any body language that indicates that we're about to give the dog food. This is important because dogs are watchers, they're not listeners. Naturally, that is. A dog is more likely to read my body language and can do that more easily than they can understand my English. So right now we're teaching them an English word, but they are still going to want to default to watching us and looking for our body language. So Drax's marker word is yes. I'm going to say that word and then reach for my food and then deliver my food. Yes. Hand goes in the bag and deliver my piece of food. Yes. Yes. When you begin doing this with your dog, it is not important for them to do any behavior in particular. Your session with marker training for the very first time could simply be you saying the word yes, and then reaching, and then producing a piece of food. Good boy. That. Later on, we will use the marker to start to indicate to our dog that they did a behavior correctly. But at first, they don't know the marker, at least the first time that you're teaching it. You might see them not respond to it whatsoever, and that's because they're still learning what that word means. So you're simply going to say yes, and then reach for and produce the food. You can start to observe the more that you're practicing with your dog that they understand that word because they respond when they hear it, even if they were previously distracted. So now I'm going to wait for Drax to look somewhere else, sniff the floor, look out the window, whatever. Yes. You see how his head flicks up when he hears that word? It's because he does understand that the word yes means a piece of food is coming to him. So the reason that he was able to learn that so clearly is because I always say the word yes before I get into my bag and then deliver my food. If I were reaching into my bag during training, I know you can't see super well, but he's looking directly at my hand, which is inside of my bag. If I were to reach into my bag during training to try and have my hand on the food and have it as ready as possible, I have a dog who is watching, and that is overpowering their ability to listen. So if he's looking, yeah, he might know the treat is coming now because I'm touching the food, but he is not learning the word yes. And one of the biggest, most important things about that word is that we can tell our dogs that they are going to be rewarded without them having to be already looking at us to see the hand go in the bag. So it's an extremely important foundational step that our dog understands what we are telling them when we are telling them that they're doing something correctly. So our communication for positive reinforcement is yes, then reach, then deliver the reward.